The Chicago Bears have a huge advantage brewing with their first round draft pick. So, we're obviously drafting Caleb Williams at this point. It's now reported that this decision was finalized at the combine. With this decision being made so early, the Bears have had the advantage of starting to install plays with him all this time. Although they're prohibited from actually giving him a playbook yet, and they're able to get a head start on contract negotiations as well as other things. So let's chop this up here at Sports Talk Bears. What's up? I'm Sean. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button to join this positive community. And also, we'll be doing a live show from the draft on Thursday. Would love for you to join and interact in real time as we're picking these players. So Caleb Williams, he's coming to Chicago. We can talk about his play on the field. There'll be lots of time to do that, but I'm seeing something here that I just really like. And here's a quote from ESPN, from Tom Pelissero. See if you agree. I'm going to open up this story on bleachernation.com. You guys, it's just a great source and a lot of inspiration for this story. So here's from Tom Pelissero. Team officials have stayed in touch with Williams since video chat sessions just talking football. There's still a matter of agreeing to a contract, which would be more complicated than a normally slotted deal, given the uniqueness of Caleb's draft process so far. But sources say the quarterback's conversations with the Bears have been very frank, very positive. The Williams camp sent the message early about what it wanted: investment in infrastructure to help Caleb reach his next goal of chasing Tom Brady and winning Super Bowls. I actually like that. I like that goal. I like that he's being aggressive with this. Get back to the quote. And the Bears so far have delivered. The Bears seem to be transforming into a modern, progressive ball club, my friends. We aren't used to that, right? It's super refreshing, I think, that by all indications, this is being handled fantastically. The table is set so well for the rookie, and we have the advantage of not only getting a head start on relationships necessary to get the contract done quickly, but also, I'm going to close down this story. You guys still check out that story. There's one more thing. It's been reported that the Bears were able to install some plays with Caleb during the combine interviews and partially used that time during the top 30 visit recently to check for retention of those plays, and also compare notes on likes and dislikes as far as how the offense is going to suit his playing style, combined with what's in store with the coaching staff. I mean, just really good head starts on that. And to be able to have this interaction without guile, without secrecy, to have this free exchange of ideas, knowing that this is going to be a done deal. This ability to get a head start on things of both sides, knowing this is going to be a match. I'm not sure we realize what a big advantage this is to just hit the ground running right now. That's refreshing, right? Caleb Williams and the Bears are already working together. In the Bleacher Nation story as well, Medina, he reminds us of a few things. And this is a quote from Medina. Reading the words above from Tom Pelissero, it took my brain immediately to a place where I was thinking about the past. You guys will identify with this. Remember the drag that came when the Bears were trying to sign a Roquan Smith rookie deal, or the subsequent issues and contract extension talks before his trade? What about the slow drip? I like that word, slow drip. That's how it felt like when the contract finalization was being done for second round pick Brisker. These were the moments in recent Bears history that were in the back of my mind, and I was ready to revisit those in case things got weird with the team and Caleb Williams in their contracts talks. However, it sounds like this isn't going to be an issue. Whew. And I share that thought. Whew. It looks like we're being modernized here, and I feel the same. And a note about the Brisker contract talks and what is different this lasted. Cliff Stein was helming those negotiations. As a 26-year employee of the Bears organization, I did a story on that way back. The word out on him among league circles or among free agents was that he was too inflexible, too difficult to work with to match the modern game and ways of doing business. He was just almost impossible to negotiate with. And on top of that, he was also reported to be the source of allegedly leaks to the media that has no place with a polls run organization. He bases so much of that, the way he runs things on secrecy and running a tight ship. What did Warren do? He dismissed him, and it was the right move. A 26-year employee, and he wasn't sentimental. He knew that Stein had to go. This will greatly change the way the team negotiates and will also discard the reputation that free agents have about the Bears that they've had, as far as I can remember, as far as not being a premier destination. Going back to what Mike Ditka said, that they would toss around nickels like what was it, manhole covers, right? Just a potentially and disastrously cheap organization when it came to a lot of important negotiations. So it appears that that's done. Just so good. It's not your grandfather's Chicago Bears anymore, right? This team has evolved. And we aren't playing hardball with Williams. We're reportedly already hashing out contract details on this rookie contract. The Bears are operating professionally. As a billion-dollar entity, that's how we should act. We should get these contract negotiations done correctly. Everything is becoming modernized down to the food service within Hallis Hall, and waves of new hires that you've been hearing about. This front office has been totally revamped from top to bottom, and I think it's just fantastic. Don't misconstrue this, though. I know a lot of you guys would comment about this. I'm aware the NFL prohibits formal pre-draft contracts, of course, but the two sides, they can definitely talk shop together, right? That's what having the first pick in the draft enables, and making the decision early in the process. They're already getting down to business. But one thing, though, let's go back to that quote. Let's share everything here. And I pray there's not a speed bump in negotiations, because Pelissero, he did note that contract negotiations, and I quote, could be more complicated than a normally slotted deal given the uniqueness of Caleb's draft process thus far. I'm not talking about, he's not asking for a financial portion or stake in the team. That's not what's happening at all. There's just a fear here. He doesn't have a formal agent, and his father's reportedly extremely involved in his business dealings. Hopefully this doesn't create a roadblock, but there is some positive in that. And per Pelissero, Williams and his representatives made it very clear early in their discussions with the Bears that they wanted, and I quote, investment in infrastructure to help Caleb reach his next goal of chasing Tom Brady and winning Super Bowls. Once again, I love that he's bold with that goal. I like, we need a little bravado here in this organization at quarterback. I actually like that. And the belief is that the Bears as an organization, they've done a quality job thus far. So let's look at that a little bit. You guys know we've made some major additions to the offense this offseason, right? We signed running back DeAndre Smith, tight end Gerald Everett. We also acquired veteran wide receiver Keenan Allen in a trade with the LA Chargers. I mean, he's a 6-time Pro Bowler, one of the best receivers in the game. We already have one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL with DJ Moore. Then we add in Swift. We added tight end Cole Kmet. Williams could have one of the best collections of offensive weapons in the NFL as a rookie, and we can also add to it in the draft and possibly pick up Rome Odunze. That's the player that everyone is slotting, including myself, as our pick there. I mean, as an organization, the Bears have done everything possible to provide the best possible landing spot possible for Caleb Williams. The way is paid for success. I think we've done a really good job. And I believe that Caleb Williams' team, they see that, and they're ready to embrace the city. They're ready to ball. They're ready to get this contract signed. And I think this is going to work out. I hope that this doesn't blow up in our face. It's always a possibility. But the more that I hear about how things are progressing, the more I hear about the team match, the more I hear about his talent, and that there might not be a lot of these character concerns that we are worried about. I mean, there's some things that you're going to get with with the first NIL quarterback to enter the NFL. There's some baggage there. He's coming from LA. There's a lot of preconceived notions. I'm not sure at this point what's true and what's not. I just really like what is happening here, and I wanted to call you guys' attention to it. I mean, we are ahead of the 8 ball getting this contract ready. We have already started installing plays with him and his team. We've already had interactions back and forth as far as play retention, as far as likes and dislikes, relationships. When he met for his top 30 visit at Hallis Hall, he didn't go out with the front office. He actually went out, just him and the other players that he's going to be playing with in the future. Just a guy's night out, and I think that's a fantastic move too. That shows a lot of intelligence and a lot of forward thinking by GM Ryan Poles, and I just think that this is being done absolutely correctly. And if it doesn't work out, it's not going to be because the Bears coaching staff and front office cobbled this up. It's going to be simply that Caleb Williams isn't who we thought he was. But right now, let's be positive. Let's assume due diligence has been done. Let's assume Caleb Williams is going to be the quarterback that we have never had. Let's just continue the offseason. Let's be positive. Let's enjoy the draft. You guys, I would love for you guys to join me for the live draft on Thursday. And I so appreciate your viewership and each and every one of you. I'll see you in the comments. Bear down and see you soon.